Crazy Rich Asians is directed by John M. Chu and it stars Constance and Henry Golden. And this is based on a very acclaimed novel which has sequels just like this movie will because it has made a shit ton of money at the box office. In fact, a crazy ton of money at the box office. The story follows Rachel, an American-born Chinese economics professor who travels with a boyfriend to his best friend's wedding in his hometown of Singapore. And before long, the secret is out that Nick is from an impossibly wealthy family that basically is known around the entire Asian continent, and things go pretty crazy from there with family drama and shenanigans. As I quickly mentioned, this movie has made a shit ton of money at the box office. This movie has delighted audiences all over the world, and this movie deserves to make that. This is an entirely Asian cast, both in front and behind the camera. The film is all set in Singapore, and it even has covers of famous songs in Chinese. At least I think it's Chinese. I don't want to offend anyone, but they're not the English versions of the songs. That's what I'm getting at. And we do have a great main couple in Henry Golding and Constance Wu. These two have really good chemistry. In fact, there's one line in the movie, it's not a spoiler, where someone looks at them and says, "Wow, it's like the Asian Bachelor," and I'm like, well, except these two have chemistry, so there's that. They are great leads for this film. I did feel for their relationship, I did feel their chemistry, and I felt their struggle with all that ensues in this film that I won't spoil. There's actually some interesting subplots going on as well with one of Nick's cousins, Astrid, played by Gemma, who is so good in this film. I wish the film had kind of focused on her because her subplot is really interesting and really well handled despite a very cliched and kind of nonsensical conclusion. And what am I going to say about Michelle Yeoh that you haven't heard? She's incredible in this film. She is one of the greatest actresses ever in the history of any nationality or any kind of cinema, Asian or American. She is so nuanced. When the film wants to bring the comedy down and bring on the drama that is inherent to this story, she is the captain of that ship and she commands the screen. When she is on screen, talking or not, you pay immediate attention. That's how good this woman is. I also like how the film celebrates and is imbued with girl power without ever being annoying about it. This film doesn't pretend to be just about that, and that's why it's good. This film celebrates it, and it has so much more going on. I really like Jeong in this film. He was hilarious. There are many funny things in this movie going on, despite some very familiar cliches. And that's kind of the downside of the film. It is paint by numbers. You've seen these things before. They handle some of the cliches in a kind of refreshing way. Not necessarily the conclusion that some characters get at, but story-wise, there are nuances to these cliches that are new to this story or to any romantic comedy. The fact that so many romantic relationships are present in this film and the fact that they are all very different from each other, that is so fucking refreshing to see. I kind of hate how generally nowadays whenever you have more than one romantic couple in romantic comedies, they are all basically the same. They all reach the same type of problem at the same time and they all conclude the same way and they fix themselves the same way. This film is not like that, thankfully. Yes, it does have cliches. Yes, you've seen kind of this story before. The family doesn't like the girlfriend of the rich boy. The rich boy is kind of perfect in every way. There's nothing bad about Nick in this film. And even most of the other people that end up not mattering a lot to the story or as characters, they don't have any nuance, they are one-dimensional characters, they are just mean for the sake of being mean. You really don't understand half of the motivations behind them. But this film does work its charm on you. It's fantastic to look at. I mean, half of the entertainment value in this film is to look at how crazy rich these people are, and they are crazy fucking rich. There are cringe-worthy moments as well. The beginning of the film, I was dreading the up-and-coming 2 hours, but thankfully, as I mentioned, it gets better. Crazy Rich Asian is a charming, delightful comedy that does have some familiar beats, but ultimately, it works its charm onto you. You laugh, you have a good time, and I can't wait to see the sequel, honestly. I'm going to give Crazy Rich Asians a martini. It is a good time, anytime. Now, what did you think of Crazy Rich Asians, my beautiful geekies? Did you read the book? Did you not? Did you read the sequel book? Let me know in the comments below what you hope to see in the sequel movie. And thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow I have a review for the anime film Fireworks, which I can't wait to see. And I can't wait to see you there. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. And so until the next review, you stay beautiful, you stay geeky, and if you haven't done so yet, please click the subscribe button, please click the bell, and please do consider supporting me on Patreon. And when you do so, we can be geeky united!